All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol NAKD, Naked Brand Group. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I do want to announce that I have a new ticker symbol you won't want to miss. You definitely want to add it to your watch list and keep it on your radar. It's in the semiconductor sector, very small company, growing exponentially in the last 7 months, and going into this year and the coming years, there's so much potential based off its small market cap, price per share, and the market share that it could obtain within its sector. So stay tuned. We'll talk more about that towards the end of the video. So here we are with Naked Brand. I've seen a lot of different things at a lot of different platforms and a lot of different comments, right? This could reach $5 again. This could reach $3. This is going to the moon. And we saw this only jump up once. And since it pulled back. What happened here was it pulled back. It came right back up. And it looked, right, like it was going to continue to run back up to these numbers. But a lot of investors that got in somewhere up here, or even on the way up or on the way down, either cut their losses, broke even, or just decided to get out, and it fell right back down, right? It fell from 237 all the way back down to 146 that fast. That's because a lot of investors decided to get out. Now, it pulled right back up, and from this point forward, it's just been falling. A lot of investors that were holding or hoping that this could go back up to these numbers, they got exhausted and they want to move their money to other areas in the market, which is highly respectable. And also some people were just like, okay, let me just take the profits that I have now. I never took it up here. I never took it up here. Let me just call it a day here. And whatever it is, it is. Now, it's not just that. I know what's the other thing. And a lot of investors probably already jumping the gun, commenting down below and saying that's not the reason, and they didn't allow me to speak. So I wanted to point all of that out so we understand the way the chart's behaving due to investor sentiment and reactions. Now, the biggest thing that's really making this go in this direction is the limit orders, right? You're not allowed to go ahead and just purchase all the orders you want on this stock, but you can go ahead and sell as many as you want. So that's where the catch is. So you're limited on buying, but people don't realize that you're also limited on selling, because if there's a limit on buyers, there's a limit on how many you're selling. You can't sell that many all at once. So I would like to see any investors that had any hiccups even trying to sell, like their orders wouldn't go through so fast. I think this affected both sides and both parties either way, and these restrictions have really made this downward spiral become a reality. Now, a lot of investors are saying this can come back up. So I pulled up the RSI. At this point, it's the most oversold it's been since the run. Now it's actually brought itself back up, and it's looking like it's going back into regular area. So now what we need to watch is where is this going to take itself, because if it starts getting overbought or starts getting bought more, this line can start to work its way up closer to this line up here, and then we're going to actually start to see this run back up. So a lot of investors are saying, be mindful, it's going to run back up, it's going to run back up, we need to see. Well, it's going to be interesting, but we have to pay close attention to some numbers, and it's not guaranteed that this can run back up, especially as these restrictions continue, and also investor sentiment is like, I want to stay away. I don't want to even mess with Naked Brand again. I learned my lesson. And then some investors are like, I'm waiting for this opportunity. I want it to happen again. So we'll have to see. So the 50-day moving average is 131.77 to be exact. I can't land exactly on it, but it's 131.77. As long as we're below it, we're in bearish territory. The moment we're above it, we're in bullish territory. Now our resistance level is up here at 107, 106, give or take. But to be exact, let's see if we can land on it. Yeah, 107 is looking more like our resistance. So 107 needs to be broken through, but it does not signify that the bulls have gained control or they're guaranteed to break through the 50-day moving average and end up back in bullish territory. I want every single investor to be aware of that. This is just an indicator for us investors to know where this is heading and that this is working its way back up to newer highs and new resistance levels. Now, our support is down here, and that's 73 cents. We're sitting right now at 89.58. It's 73.85. If that gets broken through, this could be on its way down to newer lows, and that's the lowest point we've seen this stock reach in this downward trend. So 73.85 is super important to watch carefully and be very vigilant of how the stock is behaving within these numbers and how much more is it pulling away from the 50-day moving average. Now you can pull up your RSI as well if you would like to see if this falls right back into oversold area in territory, or will this start to pull up closer to overbought and start to pull the stock up as well. So it's going to be very important to watch these numbers and be mindful of them, but this has been falling downwards due to the restrictions and the amount that can be sold and the amount that can be bought, and it's just not attracting investors anymore to even stay or participate within this stock. So I look forward to seeing everyone's comments and thoughts on this one, and how has it been to be the buyer, right? And how has it felt to be the seller within these restrictions? I look forward to seeing what you guys' thoughts are on this one, on that perspective. And also, do you think this can actually have a run again closer to the $3, $2, or even past the $3 in the near term or in the future due to the stock's business model, not due to the speculation and hype, but to the business model of Naked Brand? Do you think there's opportunity here? Because this has been going down, but it's almost like the same story with Nokia and other stocks, that it's not about the speculation and hype that people were really in Nokia. People were really in Nokia because of the opportunity of the 5G sector and expansion of innovation. So I would like to see what your guys' thoughts are on Naked Brand and their innovation and expansion moving forward. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned to the end because I have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss, and you definitely want to add this one to your watch list. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is in the semiconductor sector. Now, it's been growing exponentially, and I believe there's so much more room going into the coming years for this company, and their market cap is so small compared to its competitors, and I believe that as that market cap continues to grow, the stock price has all the potential to grow as well. So let's go ahead and look at it. It's UMC, United Microelectronics. Now, in the last year, it grew from around down here, $2.50 almost, all the way up to $10.70. Now, this hasn't been in a year. This is 2020 in June, so this has been only like 7 to 8 months. So it hasn't even been a year. I look forward to seeing where this is going to be in the next 4 months, 5 months, to then compare it to those numbers. But we are seeing it pull back. I completely understand. I apologize to every single viewer that I didn't come across this one anytime sooner. If not, I would have been talking about it, and I probably would have had a position already. So right now, this is on my watch list, and I'm keeping a really close eye on it. But there's so much potential moving forward as long as this doesn't just pull back and eat away and end up back at $5. It's going to be a good one to watch if there's some consolidation, or it pulls back down to around $7 and some change, and we find some consolidation within this area, and then earnings, and then all the different catalysts moving forward going into the year, and the growth continues. This stock has potential, especially once we start to see the market cap rise. So we're currently at $9.48 for it, and the revenue has grown in the last couple of years. I mean, it went from 4 to 5, and then it went back to 4, and then 6 this last year, 2020. Now, net income was fluctuating also, and that was 300 million 2017, 2018, 200, then 300 again in 2019. And then here we are with the largest amount in the last 4 years, or 3 years, better said. We're on the 4th year now, actually, and that is 900 million, right? Almost 1 billion in revenue. Excuse me, net income. Revenue was 6 billion. And when we go to the quarterly, you could see how much growth it's had over time. This stock has a lot more room, especially if it continues to grow in revenue and profit margins. It's going to be awesome, because the more a stock or company profits, the more it reflects in the stock price, and the more it reflects in the stock price, the higher it goes, and the market cap is going to grow with it. So if you compare this to its competitors, there's a lot of room still for this market cap, and there's a lot of room for the market share of the semiconductor sector for this company in the years to come. I definitely recommend doing your research and due diligence. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions on UMC or any stock that I share here in the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. I'm just here to enlighten you guys on stocks that are being overlooked, and they're not hyped. They're nice and quiet, but they show organic and healthy growth. If I say ever a stock is speculative, that's different. But I don't see any speculation here. I see nothing but healthy and organic growth, especially when you look at the income statements and financials that are showing the same upward trend, and the chart is showing it. That's a good correlation. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts on this one, and let's make some money.